People will often make you out to be the bad guy when you can leave, especially people who rely on others for emotional stability, because this is a sign that you cannot be easily controlled by guilt, fear, and obligation. They confuse the ability to leave with wanting to leave because they mistake endurance for love. They want you to survive them as proof that you care. And they think love requires that type of endurance because they confuse suffering with intimacy. If you have to prove your love by suffering someone else's behaviors, then that relationship is based on tolerance, not connection. So for some people, the problem isn't that you left. The problem is that you didn't tolerate what they expected somebody who loved them to tolerate. And you have to come to the realization that some people are accustomed to relationship dynamics where cross boundaries, chronic conflict, infidelity, broken trust are part of the norm. So they understand and learn that someone hurting you and reconciling is how love should be. So when you choose to leave, they're not seeing this decision as self-respect. They're not thinking, oh, this person doesn't like the way that I operate. They don't see a boundary. They see abandonment. When you choose a relationship and choose to invest in a person, both people should get better based on that investment. But to some people, being chosen means that they get to stop growing. They believe that now's the time, since they're chosen, to show you parts of themselves that they have been hiding or refuse to work on. The irony is that they're asking you to demonstrate love by tolerating what they haven't taken responsibility for. They're asking you to carry the weight of parts of themselves that they haven't or are unwilling to confront. For example, people with unresolved trust issues, they'll sabotage relationships out of a fear of being hurt or a fear of being abandoned. And when you refuse to participate in that pattern, they don't see you leaving because you felt unsafe in that dynamic. They see you leaving because you never cared. You didn't want to tolerate what comes with those trust issues. And my question is always, what were you doing to make me feel safe while I was trying to make you feel safe? Why was I regulating your fears? And what were you doing to regulate the impact of those fears? And again, it all goes back to endurance. One person's expected to carry the emotional weight of somebody else's unresolved issues while also expected to keep the relationship functional. And when people become accustomed to you carrying a relationship, they start to mistake your patience for permission. And when love is measured by endurance, kindness often gets mistaken for weakness. They don't see your patience as a gift. They see it as an expectation. If you can't take responsibility for your impact on the relationship, then you cannot expect me to keep participating in it. I have autonomy. I have agency. I will exercise both and not look back.